Hi, this is problem number 52 in section 3.4, and it's part of the piecewise defined functions. And on this one is about a tax rate. You have to kind of use a tax table, and I want you to create a function, a piecewise defined function. So you can figure out how much you pay for your taxes. And on this one, the book says if you're between the tax bracket of $0 to $15,100, it's just basically a 10% of what you make. Okay, so and then if the salary is between 15,100 to 61,300, well, you're going to owe. It says you're going to owe 15,110 plus 15% in the excess of the amount that you make over the $15,100. So, for example, if you made $20,000, on that first $15,100 that you make, you're going to be charged a tax of $1,510, which is really 10% of this, which is $1,510 plus the excess of the $15,100. So if you made $20,000, that means you made $4,900 in the excess of that. So you put the $20,000 in here, and that makes the $4,900, and that extra $4,900 you'll be charged at a 15% rate. Then add that to $1,510. So in other words, if you made over $20,000, about $20,000, you're going to have to pay more taxes at a higher tax rate. So don't let anybody ever tell you that the rich people don't pay more taxes, because they do. They have a higher tax rate of 15%. So then if you make over $61,300, they're going to charge you $8,440. Well, how do they get that number? Well, they got that number by taking the first 10% of your 15,100 and 15% of the excess all the way up to $61,300. That's where this number comes from. But if you make over that amount of money, from $61,300 up to $123,700, then they're going to give you even a higher tax rate, and that's a 25%. So 25% of that. Now the reason 61,300 because it's the excess of that. So 61,300 minus X. So if you made, let's say, $100,000, then you're going to get charged $8,440 plus 25% of actually what, $38,700. So actually, I think I got these backwards. This actually needs to be X minus $61,300. That would make more sense. So if you made 100,000 minus 61,300, which would be $38,700. So that's going to be at a tax rate of 25%. So then let's say if you make $150,000, and so if you made $150,000, you're in this area. So they're going to charge you $24,440, which basically you have to go through this gauntlet here, and they'll give you $24,004. That's where it comes from. And don't worry about coming up with these numbers right here, because in the problem it tells you what those are. So you don't have to go through the gauntlet here to figure out what that is. They tell you flat out, which is kind of nice in the problem itself. But then the excess, they charge you at a 28%. So even a higher tax rate. So the more money you make, the higher tax rate, you're done. So 28% on that excess. And so I think I did it again here. This actually needs to be X minus $123,700. So the X comes first. Actually, I was doing this right before I started the video. I was going through it real fast, and so, but that's the idea. So then there's one other line. There's one more line, and I'm going to leave that all up to you. So I think that's if you're making more than $188,000 to some other, maybe to another set, but it's pretty much the same idea. They're going to give you a flat tax that you'll have to pay. I don't know what this, maybe it's probably 31% of the excess. So, but I'll let you do the rest part of that problem. But again, this is problem number 52 in 3.4. It's just what I had a couple of questions on this one. And it's probably because it's overwhelming, because there's a lot of numbers that you have to decipher, and you have to actually go through the problem. So, and that's what causes grief on these a lot of these word problems. It's not the actual work; it's just the actual getting through the reading and stuff like that. And a lot of students will lose interest in the problem if it's more than 2 or 3 lines long. So, so you got to be patient on these things. So, anyway, that's it.